is ABC Action News.
To have a driver not even care about what happens and keep going.
5 children hit by a suspected drunk driver, one of them now dead.
That should never happen when children are doing what they're supposed to do. They got off the school bus. They were going home.
The driver, a former police officer, leaving them to die.
For him to drive and leave them on the side of the road as if they were not even there, they were nothing.
Tonight, the reason Florida is a haven for people like this former detective with a history of drinking and driving. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Laura Harris.
I'm Paul Agrone. Tonight, the Polk County community of Ponciana is in a lot of pain. Here's the update at this hour on those kids, all from Dundee Ridge Middle Academy. 13-year-old Juan Meta sustained spinal injuries and head trauma, and 13-year-old Jaheim Robertson died from his injuries this Friday morning. 3 other students, aged 12 to 15, had minor injuries.
An off-duty deputy whose daughter was at the bus stop called her dad for help.
Nothing compares to hearing your daughter ask for help and you can't do nothing.
Deputies say the driver, John Camfield, the man you see there, left the scene and then hit a pregnant woman's car before the off-duty deputy was actually able to catch up with him.
And tonight we're digging deeper on this. We learned that this past detective has a past with drunk driving, facing DUI charges before in another state. And as you're about to see, Florida has a big problem here with the worst kind of drunk drivers.
You share the road with killers. Killers who never get caught. Repeat drunk drivers running rampant on Florida roads. Too drunk to drive and too dangerous to avoid. Even when they do get caught, they often get a slap on the wrist and get right back behind the wheel again. According to Mothers Against Drunk Driving, 50 to 75% of convicted drunk drivers continue to drive on a suspended license. And an average drunk driver has already driven drunk over 80 times before their first arrest. And in a transient place like Florida, it's out of state, out of sight, because many of the repeat offenders have DUI records from other states, records that fly under the radar, allowing them to become death on wheels for innocent people. Innocent people like those kids in Polk County, run down by a former cop who was arrested for drunk driving in Mississippi in 2013, before he brought his problems here.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in the court of law.
And many times the punishment doesn't fit the crime. How does someone with multiple DUIs get back behind the wheel? Well, current Florida law does little to stop it. It takes 3 DUIs in this state before the driver faces a possible 5-year prison sentence. And even then, judges and juries don't always go with the maximum punishment.
And then there's the message one of our very own state lawmakers is sending. Representative Kerry Pigman. He was pulled over last month, as you know, for DUI, his car weaving all over the Florida Turnpike. Tonight, I reached out to Representative Pigman to see if he would consider supporting a current bill that would require DUI offenders to install a device preventing them from driving, from their car even starting if they've been drinking. He told me that he would consider it, but the bill's own sponsor tonight is predicting it may never even get to a vote because there's only a week left in the legislative session.